Hello YouTube, this is Frank and this is June the 5th, 2023 and this is my 67th video and my 11th text editor video, and today's topic is TDE 7.0. And in TDE 7.0 I took out curses, no more curses, and I do everything on the keyboard and the video with the ECMA 48 sequences, the ANSI sequences. I fixed some bugs, added more help screens, took out the curses. Just Google for Valgrind and incurses. I took out incurses, let's just say that. We do all the video and keyboard with escape sequences. And I did add OpenIndiana to my list of operating systems that TDE works in. That's OpenIndiana is the open source desktop continuation from the Sun operating systems. Interesting operating system. Let's see what we got. Let's see here now. Bring down my mouse. I think I can blow that up a little bit. All right, that's a little better. Yeah, June 5th. Some of the bugs. I got the number of arguments wrong whenever I was doing GW in Windows, and so I turned the glob off. Back in the early 90s when I was writing the TDE, that was for PC DOS, MS DOS, and the command line was limited to what I think about 128 characters, 100, maybe 256 approximately. I forgot that. So anyway, we're not limited to that anymore, and I kind of messed up. And when another bug, MinGW and OpenWatcom and Windows, I mixed up the file grep and the DRR list, and I used the same file, the directory handle for those functions, and so I made a mess of that. So I fixed that. Now, okay, so let's get to the good stuff. There was another in all versions of TDE 6.0 anyway. We could go into an infinite loop. I took out the macros. I think it's more better to use something like a awk or some kind of programming language to do macros. So I took macros out of the TDE, but I think I got it fixed now. There's a thing, it's not a bug, but it's very difficult in all of those operating systems to find out what the path max and the name max are. And I'm just going to say in TDE the path max is 4096 and the name max is 1024. It varies, and I don't know. I just put something reasonable in there. So all right, now we come to the new improvement. I added more help screens, took out curses, all the N curses, PD curses. Microsoft, they added a virtual terminal to Windows, and so we can add all the, we can take out all of this stuff right here, and just do all our keyboard and video with ECMA 48 sequences. Another good thing, Valgrind and N curses. Just Google that for more info. Now, whenever my programs exit, I want to see a clean Valgrind report, and I think it's a terrible model if you train beginning programmers to ignore those diagnostics from those third-party libraries that have been used for years and years. I just don't. I think that's bad. I just don't agree with it. So I took in curses, PD curses. I took it out. Another thing, I've got all those operating systems and curses, and sometimes the keys would work in some terminals and some OSs, and sometimes they wouldn't. So let's just take all of the curses out. And we're going to handle everything with the keyboard and TDE. So we'll know what's, if I do something wrong, I know TDE, that's where it is. So we can, see, Microsoft is, I think they had a better method of looking at the keyboard than Unix. With when you get a key, press the key from on the keyboard from on Microsoft Windows, they give you, an object with the character, the scan code, the key code, virtual key code, and the escape sequences. So I think that's a better method to return the key presses. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. So right here, this is the Microsoft keyboard scan sequences right there. And they give kind of a generic keyboard. Now, this is what I am going by right here. See, look right here. See, in the United States alone, there have been over 100 million Microsoft keyboards sold. So I'm going by this template. I'm tired of working with those Unix terminals that nobody uses anymore. They haven't been made in 10 years. So this is what I'm doing right here. That's my rant anyway. Let's see now. Yeah, and when I took out N curses and curses, I wanted to look at the bottom of the screen right here so I could see my scan codes as they come across. Make sure I'm not doing something wrong. No curses for video. We're just going to use those anti-escape sequences. Now, back in the 1980s and 1990s, they had like a screen buffer. You could write to the screen buffer, and that's kind of the idea that I'm going to be using. This is we've got a buffer, and if we want to save what's in that buffer right there, save this, do our stuff right here, and then put the stuff that we saved, flash it back on the screen. let's see now. OpenIndiana. I added that to the operating system list. So now Linux works in Microsoft Windows Virtual Terminal, Linux, FreeBSD, NetBSD, OpenBSD, and OpenIndiana. OpenIndiana is System 5 Release 4. Kind of, well, and it's based on BSD too, but yeah, see, I just want me a simple text editor on all these operating systems and things that I kind of tinker around with. Let me show you now. See right here. That's a Texas Instruments Launchpad. Here's another thing I just tinker around with. There's the Libra, and I just now got out my Tritium. And see right here, there's my Adafruit cable, and there's my there's my serial cable hooked up to the UART right there. I like to tinker around with those single board computers. And here's an ESP32. See right there, an ESP32 microcontroller. So I kind of been tinkering around with those single board computers and microcontrollers. The internet, the Internet of Things. You know, it's so much. It's very interesting. But I want me a little simple text editor to work with those text files. I don't want piping. I don't want any redirection. I just want a simple text editor. And so TDE text, it checks for if it's a terminal. If it's not a terminal, it terminates. And also now, I only speak English. I took a Spanish course about 40 years ago. I've forgotten all of it, but I am aware that there's a big chunk of people that do not speak English. And I did buy a Unicode book. Let's see here. Yeah, here it is. See, there's my Unicode book right there. So I am aware that people don't speak, not everybody on the earth speaks English. So I'm aware of that, but that's on my to-do list. And references. Here's my reference. See right here? The Linux programming interface. There's a, see right here. It's got a chapter on terminals in there, and then for Unix, see, advanced programming in the Unix environment. Right there, 3rd edition. That's the 3rd edition. I do have, see right here, there's my advanced programming in the Unix. That's from 1992 right there. But if you're gonna get one, I think it's the 3rd edition right there. It's the one you want to get. Let's see here now. All right, that's my. All right, that's my. Let's see if now. See now I've got here's my thing. This is for Windows right here. Let me see if I can blow this up. Does that look any better? What if I turn the light off? Not a whole lot better. I don't I'm just going to unzip this right here. All right, I got it unzipped. This is in Windows. So let's go to GW in Windows. Is that any better? Let me see if I can. This light. Not really. What if I blow it up? Is that any better? Well, you can see it better. So I've got GW, GCC version. What version have we got? There's 11.3, and this is on Windows. Oops. Yeah, just changed directory. I just unzipped it over there to TDE. And let me just do these are the make files. And that make file, see, that works in Linux and in Windows, but I got it right now. I got it working for Windows. So that's the command is man-gw 32 make right there. So that's all you got to do right there. You don't even have to have curses on your system right here. Just mash enter, and it'll compile. And there should be a clean compile, no warnings. And then it's taking just a few minutes right there with the with my ECMA stuff that I added. Now it works with man-gw or OpenWatcom. I'm just going to do man-gw on Windows right now, and it's just TDE right there. There we go. See, version 7, June 5th. That's today, and I just want me a simple editor. Of course, it's based on Doug's. Doug Thompson's text editor. Let me show you. There's a. See, now when I added all that. Let's see if I can get my keyboard out here. I added a function there. See right there, to change the palette. You can flip through the palettes right there. That was palette 1, palette 2. That's kind of bright background. Palette 3, use that in NetBSD. Palette 0, that's black and white. Now I did add another thing, the scan code. See right here. So you mash alternate and semicolon. See right there. And now whenever I mash my keys, see right there, it shows me my escape codes right there on my screen, at the bottom of the screen. And that comes in real handy in all these different operating systems and all these different terminals. You see right here? Let me show you. Mash these keys right here. And it shows you the escape code sequences right there. And that last code right there is the TDE code right there. That is real handy in all these operating systems and all these terminals. That was Windows. So see, once in Windows, let me blow this down. I've got so here's my I'm gonna blow this up right here. I use Oracle VirtualBox, and I just tinker around with these operating systems. Now, this one right here, right now I just got Ubuntu to for this demonstration. I've got plenty of these other. I've got other versions of Linux, but I'm just going to do Ubuntu right now. If you haven't used VirtualBox or these virtual machines, they're very. They're. Let me see if I can close these little things right there. If you mess up, you just delete your machine and start over. And I have done that several times. I'm gonna see if I can turn this. Is that any better? All right, I'm gonna log into my Ubuntu Linux. Let's see, did I do that right? Oh, here it comes. All right, here's Ubuntu. All right, let me get over here to them. I'm gonna get me a terminal right here. And let's see now, what have I got? I'm gonna change my directory over here to TDE. Oops. Let's see, I need to unzip that right there. I'm gonna get me a file right here. Go to TDE. I'm going to TDE right there. Then I'm going to unzip it. Let's see here in the word. Extract here. All right, let me get over here. Oh, there's my directory. Let me change over there. All right, I just unzipped it, and see right here. All you got to do is just make. There's my make file for Linux. Just go to make. Oops, make file for make Linux. And boom, there you go. I mean, you ain't got to have N-Curse's library, nothing. It's just all my keyboard right there. It'll take a few minutes a few seconds to do the keyboard. There's no third-party library dependencies. And there it kind of goes through right here. All right, let's see. And then to run it, see there's a run it right there. All right. Now I'm gonna. While we're here and talking, see there's my keyboard right here. Oops. Let me see here now. We just delete N-curses out of here. this. See right here. Now, when you look at Microsoft, when you look at their code, I wonder if I can change the background. Is that any better? See, they give you the character, the virtual key code, virtual scan code, the shift state. Of course, now I'm going to map my keys here in TDE, and they give you the escape codes right here. I think that is a much better way to to process the keystrokes than all that Unix stuff. They got terminal, and I'll show you what I mean right here in a little bit. Let's see, what now? Yeah. Let me get down. This is that keyboard. See, we're in the keyboard thing. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If you kind of go down here a little ways. When I start, yeah, here it is right here. See right here. Now this is that. See right here. That's that Microsoft key scan code specifications right here. Now I'm going by this template, and there's my template. See, I got it commented out. Let me kind of scroll up maybe just a little bit. See right here. Now this is what I'm going by whenever I do my escape code sequences, and it should kind of be kind of generic. I'm not. See, there's no alphabet characters right here. On this, it's just numbers on the keypad keyboard. Now I did, and this right here, kind of. Now this is me right here. I'm dum. This has just got English. I've forgotten all that foreign languages that I did know. So this is English right here. But anyway, now this is in the source code, and that kind of gives you an idea of what I was doing. And we're populating that sequence right here. See, now I'm not going by the characters on these here the keys. I'm going by the number. See, there's that number 2 right there. There's number 2 right there. That's what I'm doing right there. Number 2, see number 2? Number 2. I don't know what the character that is, but I'm going by that code right there. And so if you go down here, let me see here now. You get down to some of the keys that have escape sequences. See right here, home. See key number 80. And so if you look here, key 80. That's that home key on the keyboard. And that's the escape sequence right there. That key is given, the Microsoft is giving you right there. And I did that see now on all those operating systems, I pressed every key on that keyboard and I looked at the scan codes that it was giving me, and that's what this is right here. Now I did start out, see that 480? I kind of left a lot of room because I only speak English, so I left a lot of room there for my mistakes. Let's see. If we go back up here, oops. Let me go back here. There's our. See, I started at 401 right here. So there's a whole bunch of sequences right there that are just kind of empty that I don't know. I'm conscious of the other languages, but so I left a whole lot of room, and we can adjust that too for other languages. I can just move things down if I need to. But anyway, it's kind of a first cut at that. But anyway, I wanted to show you how I did that. While we get it open right here. All right, let me see if I can close this. Wait a minute. Let me show you now. See right here. alternate semicolon right there, and then when you mash your keys, there's your escape sequences right there. So you can see when you mash these codes right here, there's your escape sequences. That is very handy when you're going through all those operating systems and all those terminals, all those variations of Unix terminals. It's just like a cluster. That's what I'm going to say. It's a cluster. I'm just going to band into changes. I don't know what I've changed. So anyway, that's Unix right there. That's Linux. Let me just kind of, I think I can get out of here. I'm going to close everything down. I can probably just exit this one right here. And close it. I'm going to power off. It takes just a second for it to close down. That's Ubuntu. All right, let's see now what we. Next one is FreeBSD. See right here, with these virtual machines, it's very easy to get you these virtual machines, and that's FreeBSD 13.2. That's the one they just released. I'm going to turn this thing around. I need some more reflect. All right, and I wonder if I can. Blow that up. That's FreeBSD right there. And it takes a second for it to boot up. And I did not. I've got so many of these operating systems. I did not. I didn't do a desktop or the graphical interface on some of these. Because the only thing I want to do, the only thing I want to do is just to check TDE to make sure it's processing those escape code sequences. Let's see here, where we at? It's still booting up. I don't remember it taking this quite this long. I suppose it's still. Oh, it's I unplugged my Ethernet cable. No wonder it's messing up. Let's see here now. I wonder if I can. I'm going to plug my put my Ethernet cable in there and see if that will. Yeah, that's more better. Let's see now. I forgot I unplugged my Ethernet cable. Change over there to TDE. And there's my, I put these over there on my Google Drive. So all you got to do is download. I've got the tar and the zip, because sometimes these Unix systems don't have unzip on there. Let me just see right there. There it is. TDE. And see, for FreeBSD, there's that make file right there. All you got to do, make FreeBSD. There we go. And see, FreeBSD uses C-Lane as the compiler right there. Right there, C-Lane. And there should be no compiler warnings. All right, there we go. Now let's just run it. All right, there we go. There's my simple thing with about a 1980s file picker right there. That's all I want is the simple editor that that you see in the 1980s. And I wonder if see the palette don't work. So I wonder. I've got my pull down menu. And you can kind of go through the palette right there with the pull down menu. So I'm going to get out of here. Oops. All right, I'm on. Let's just close out of here. I'm going to shut it down. Did I do it? Let's see, shut down now. Okay, so that was FreeBSD. I'm gonna shut it down. Okay, there we go. We got it shut down. All right, I'm gonna close it. The next one, NetBSD, right here. See, NetBSD 9.3. That's the latest version of NetBSD. And you just start it. And it's powering up. I'm gonna see if I can blow this up. And I didn't install the desktop versions, those GUI graphical user interface things on these BSDs. I've got so much other stuff I'm working on right now. All right, let's see, BSD 9.3 right there. Change directory to TDE. There's our thing. Let's see if it's got unzip here. It does. So we can do a change directory. See right there, just change directory to what we just unzipped. Let's see here now. NetBSD, I got a make file for NetBSD. See right there? And it just compiles TDE for net. Now NetBSD uses GCC. And I think it's kind of an older version of GCC. And NetBSD does not have quite as many developers as some of the other BSD distributions. Well, that's not really a distribution, but NetBSD is an operating system. So if we give TDE, all right, there we go. There's our simple little file picker like you see in the 1980s and 1990s. All right, I'm gonna quit out of there. Let's see now. I think I need to shut it down. All right, we're shutting it down. And these virtual machines, I mean, they've got, it's so easy to use these things now. Play around with these operating systems. All right, I'm going to close it down. The next one, see, OpenBSD 7.3. Just start it. See right here. I got it set up to just start. Now I'm gonna blow that up. That's the right button. Yeah, it comes up better when I have my Ethernet cable plugged in. That's my fault. I didn't think about that. All right, let's change over to TDE. It's like I've already was kind of testing this. Let's see what I got. I don't see anything there. What if I remove a directory? All right. Yeah, I was just testing it. I didn't remove that directory when I was testing before I started my video. So see right here though, if you try to unzip TDE, see, I don't think, see, OpenBSD does not have unzip, so you gotta untar it. Tar, X, yeah. Oops. Tar. See right there, just untar it. Now I can go over to my TDE directory. And there's see, there's my OpenBSD make file right there. Make file, make OpenBSD. And there should be no compiler warnings. And see, they're using C-Lang right there. See C-Lang? That's what OpenBSD uses. Let's see what we got here now. Now, while we're here on OpenBSD, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Those so right here, there's our executable we just created right there. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Now this is OpenBSD. It's created by volunteers, so I don't want to kind of dump on the volunteers, but it's just that they have they have a good example of what I'm talking about right here. If you get over here to share, I think it's term info. See, look at all these terminals right here. Just look at, the H. See, look at there. There's 144 terminal things right there. Let's just pick any arbitrary one. What? E. F. Now that's got 28. V. 146 terminals right there, term descriptions. See, that's what I want to get away from. All those terminal things. But see, there's about, see my little file picker right here. That's kind of like my little simple file picker. Let me just, while we're here, make sure it works. All right, there we go. All right, I'm going to close out of here. All right, now I'm going to shut it down. And it's got a, all right, now I think we can shut it down. All right, the next one, OpenIndiana. This one right here was an interesting one. Wait a minute, before I start right here, I think you got it right here on my tab right here, OpenIndiana. Just search for that on the internet. Now this is the version I am using right now for this demonstration. Was this one right here? All right, I'm gonna close. Is there here OpenIndiana? Start this. That's kind of an interesting operating system. It's for the Sun Microsystems. That's the one that they developed. I'm gonna see OpenIndiana right there. And it takes a little bit longer to boot up than the other operating systems. But it's, I think it's worth it. I found an error using OpenIndiana that I did not find in the other operating systems. I found it in a TDE when I was testing. It's good to test all your programs in various different operating systems. It sure helped me. I make a lot of mistakes. And it kind of, see right there, it kind of skips over that console login right there. All right, there we go. It's kind of like the Sun operating systems you used to see about 20 years ago. I wonder, can I blow that up? Is it blowed up? man, that screen is kind of washed out a little bit. Is that any better? Not really. All right, let me just go to my computer. Amber, TDE, and I'm just going to unzip it right here. It should be able to extract. And I'm going to get me a terminal. Let's see, there's a terminal right there. And I'll just kind of blow this up. Let's enter TDE. There's a directory I just unzipped. There it is right there. See, make OpenIndiana. All you got to do is type make file make OpenIndiana. And then we got a clean compile for OpenIndiana for my simple text editor. That's what I want right there. And all those operating systems, all those terminals, a simple, consistent operating text editor that I can use on all those operating systems. And it takes a minute here for that. See some the keyboard right there. It takes just a few seconds for that. But if you haven't tried OpenIndiana, try Open. It's a System 5. See right there? That's what I'm saying. It's System 5 Release 4. Let's see what we got here. There's my executable right there. There we go. My simple file picker. All right. And there's I think I can toggle the palette right here. There we go. Toggle the palette. All right, I'm gonna close that out. All right, that's my TDE. And that's my TDE 7.0 video right here. June the 5th. That's whenever that was. Yeah. 32 years ago, that's when TDE was first released it. All right, thank you for watching. I'm going to close this off right here. Thank you for watching.